is your audience. Say, hey, audience. Hey. They look so enthusiastic. Okay, and then your notes, please.
These are my notes.
Down a little bit, please. Here, I'm gonna. There we go. And is there any on the other side or just this?
No, just this.
Okay.
And this is my outline.
Beautiful.
Thank you. All right. I'm so glad to see all of you today. My name is Flores-Abraham, and today I'm going to be giving you a little speech about things that are important. But first, today I want to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was so afraid at night because she thought she was a bad girl. And she was told that bad girls get kidnapped by monsters. Could be witches or demons or scary stuff. She was so afraid every night that she would wet her bed on purpose. She didn't want to risk moving because she didn't want the monsters to see her, to catch her. So she would stay in there, awake, tense, clenching her teeth. She was so afraid as well to get up because in the morning somebody would scold her and tell her she was a bad girl because she wet her bed. At school, she did not have the energy or the emotional strength to go to classes. So her teacher thought that she was lazy. Many times she was smelling like her own pee, and she was bullied because of that. At home, one of her aunts used to tell her, tonight, maybe a monster is gonna get you because you're being such a bad girl. This girl was struggling for a long, long time with the same issues. Then she grew up and she found out that she had so many mental problems. Whenever she went to the doctor, she found out that she had depression and that would give her insomnia, which would also cause anxiety. This right here is just a demonstration of one of the many vicious cycles of mental health. But there are many more than this one. So today I want to talk about important things regarding mental health. So myself, I have had many troubles with mental health issues, and I know that it's really hard to break these cycles and to get the help that one needs. So today I want to talk about 4 important things regarding this topic. The first thing is that we need to identify the symptoms of mental issues. The second one is that we need to get the person that is showing the symptoms some help. The third one is like we need to be empathetic about this person's situation. And the fourth point would be like how everybody needs to be included in society. Very well. So let's start with spotting the symptoms of mental issues. So according to the World Health Organization, 1 out of 8 people suffers from mental illness. We are more than 80 here, so the probability that one of us is struggling with something is really high. So this makes a total of 970 million people. There is a lot of people struggling with this moment right now. So other statistics tell us that people that can show mental illness, they probably inherited from mothers that suffer from some kind of trauma or some kind of circumstance that made her develop it. Maybe she was not born with it. She acquired and still she gave this to the child. Of course with that one. So many of the symptoms that we can see on people that is struggling could be like irritability, anger issues for controlling it, maybe lack of appetite, maybe lack of sleep. It could also be really disoriented thoughts or acts that are so random or strange. So it could be a person that you know, or it could be yourself. So this takes me to my second point. It's not just important to assess or to spot those symptoms. We need to get help. So the National Institute for Mental Health is giving us some clues of what to do if we see somebody who's struggling or if we're struggling ourselves. The first thing is that call your doctor. If you have a first care provider, you call this person first. Also, we have federal resources that we can use, like Medicare or Medicaid. Also, there is the Substance and Abuse and Mental Health Services. You can find out about this institution and get help from there. Or the one, if there is a crisis, please call 988 because that can help you or the person who's struggling to get through this phase. So we know now that there are symptoms and that we can get help. This takes us to my next point, which is empathy. So when we have empathy, we can develop also a bigger understanding of what these people is going through. You see, people who are struggling with mental issues, their brain does not decide to be sad. It just happens. And their brain do not decide when to be happy. It's another cycle that can be exchanged. No control over it. That's why we need help. So brains are something that can be scattered, and people need that help to get it sorted out. So empathy, that's what I'm talking about in here. Have empathy because you don't know if these people is struggling beyond medicine or the lack of services that this person is getting or not. They are people. They can be bullied. They can be struggling with family issues as well. So whenever we understand that, we don't just see someone that is acting strange. We see a person who is dealing with their emotions, besides the chemistry or the traumas that they have. So being empathic also takes me to my fourth point, which is inclusion. Society is made out of everybody. It needs every single person because everyone is important. We all have a role. Let's just think how they said, like, there is a rotting apple that is gonna make everything go spoiled or something. But you know what? When there is an apple in a basket, it doesn't get rotten if we take it. If we forgive it, if we just don't care about it, if we don't eat it, if we neglect it, of course it's gonna get rotten. So when we include all people in our societies, this is gonna make it better because there is talent everywhere, and big hearts, bright minds, and brilliant people. They shine everywhere, even where there is not light. So before I conclude this little talk, let's remember we talked about the symptoms, how important it is to spot them, to get some help, to have empathy, and also to make some inclusion. Well, if you remember, I was talking about this little child that used to suffer about stuff, about being bullied, about all this anxiety, depression, and insomnia. So this little girl grew up and got help. This little girl, once upon a time, looked like this. And this little girl is me. So I'm the testimony that whenever you get help, whenever there is people with kindness around you, you have a place in society, you belong, and you have always new opportunity. And well, this little girl, this woman doesn't pee her bed anymore. Thank you.